You ever driven somewhere and realize you don't remember how you got there? That's life on autopilot, routine without awareness, motion without meaning. It's common but dangerous because while your body moves, your mind stays stuck. The good news, you can wake up, and when you do, everything changes. Most people don't live, they function. Stuck in habits, distractions, and default settings, they coast through life without clarity, purpose, or presence. But life doesn't have to be a loop. You can interrupt the script, take back control, and live on purpose. This isn't about massive change, it's about intentional living. 1. Wake up to the problem, understanding autopilot living. Autopilot isn't a flaw. It's your brain's way of conserving energy. You repeat tasks so often, like brushing your teeth, checking your phone, or making coffee, that your brain stores them in its unconscious systems. That's efficient until it begins running your entire day. Without even noticing, you scroll endlessly, react instead of respond, and repeat yesterday without reflection. This unconscious living creates a dangerous illusion of control. You're busy but not productive. You're moving but not progressing. You're living but not fully alive. Recognizing this is the first step. If your days feel like a blur, if weeks pass without meaning, that's your signal. It's time to wake up. Begin by noticing. Notice the mindless scrolling. Notice the robotic routines. Notice where your thoughts go when you're doing something familiar. The more awareness you build, the more power you take back from autopilot. Awareness isn't judgment, it's awakening. 2. Train your brain to be present. Mindfulness as the reset button. Once you become aware of autopilot, you need a tool to disrupt it. That tool is mindfulness. Contrary to popular belief, mindfulness isn't just meditation. It's any moment of full, non-judgmental awareness. When you bring your attention back to the now, you reclaim your power to choose. Mindfulness retrains your brain to live in the present. Start small. Set a timer for 5 minutes and focus on your breath. When your mind wanders, gently bring it back. It's not about perfection, it's about return. Over time, this builds your focus muscle. Even something as simple as feeling your feet on the ground while you wait in line is a mindfulness practice. Add small pauses throughout your day. Before you answer a message, take a breath. Before you eat, notice the colors and smells. The more you ground yourself in the now, the less you'll drift into the fog of habit. Present living sharpens your decisions and enhances your experiences. Life slows down and you begin to feel it again. 3. Break the loop, redesigning your daily habits. Look closely at your daily habits. Most of them were formed by accident, not intention. You hit snooze 5 times. You reach for your phone the moment you wake up. You check emails before breakfast. These routines stack up until your day is decided before you even think. But here's the truth. Every habit is a vote for the kind of life you want to live. If you want clarity, energy, and direction, your habits have to reflect that. Start with a simple audit. For one full day, track everything you do from wake up to sleep. Then ask, which habits nourish me? Which ones drain me? The goal isn't to overhaul everything overnight. It's to upgrade one pattern at a time. Swap the morning scroll for journaling. Replace passive entertainment with active growth, like reading, stretching, or goal setting. By disrupting one autopilot loop, you trigger a ripple of intentional change. Slowly, your life begins to align with your values, not your impulses. 4. Reconnect with purpose. Live with direction, not reaction. One reason we fall in autopilot is because we forget what we're living for. When your days have no clear direction, your mind defaults to routine. To break that cycle, you need a compass. That compass is purpose. Purpose doesn't have to be grand. It doesn't have to be change the world or build an empire. It could be as simple as create a peaceful home, be present with my kids, or grow stronger every day. When you reconnect with that why, your what becomes clear. You no longer chase meaningless goals, you pursue fulfillment. Start by reflecting. What matters to me? When do I feel most alive? What kind of life would make me proud? These questions reawaken your inner guide. From there, set one goal that aligns with your answers. Make it small, specific, and emotionally charged. Maybe it's starting a podcast, learning to cook, or training for a 5K purpose gives your day structure. Without it, you're just reacting. With it, you're building. 5. Reclaim control. Design a life that reflects your intentions. Now that you've woken up, practice mindfulness, reshake your habits, and clarified your purpose, it's time to design a lifestyle that supports this new way of being. That means creating systems, not just setting goals. Because willpower fades, but structure lasts. Start with your environment. If your phone is your biggest distraction, keep it out of the bedroom. If junk food breaks your discipline, don't bring it home. If social media hijacks your focus, use blockers or time limits. Make your surroundings serve your values, not sabotage them. Next, set boundaries. Say no to things that pull you back into autopilot, unnecessary meetings, toxic people, mindless entertainment. Then schedule space for the things that light you up, walks in nature, deep conversations, creative work, learning. Protect your time like it's sacred, because it is. Finally, reflect regularly. At the end of each week, ask, what did I do on purpose? What did I do on autopilot? What's one change I can make next week? Reflection is the feedback loop that keeps you conscious. Without it, even the most intentional life can drift. 6. Challenge comfort. Growth doesn't happen on repeat. Autopilot is the brain's comfort zone. It thrives on predictability, ease, and the path of least resistance. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Growth doesn't happen where you're comfortable. It happens where you're challenged. If every day looks the same, you're not evolving, you're recycling. To upgrade your life, you need to embrace discomfort intentionally. This doesn't mean reckless chaos. It means pushing beyond what's easy mentally, emotionally, even physically. Start with micro disruptions. Take a different route to work. Speak up in a meeting where you'd normally stay silent. Wake up earlier than usual and use that time for something meaningful. Discomfort is the price of transformation. When you step into new experiences, you activate different parts of your brain. You open the door to creativity, resilience, and new opportunities. Don't fear the unknown, use it. Let discomfort become your training ground for strength, clarity, and purpose. When you lean into growth, autopilot loses its grip. 7. Reconnect with people. Intentional relationships vs transactional ones. One of the most tragic effects of living on autopilot is how it drains our relationships. Conversations become surface level. Time with loved ones gets backgrounded by distractions. Days pass without genuine connection. You're there, but not really there. Upgrading your life means being more intentional not only with yourself, but also with others. Relationships are the mirror that reflects how present you really are. If you're texting during dinner, zoning out during conversations, or thinking about work when you're with your kids, you're missing the most valuable moments life offers. Start small. Put your phone away when you're with someone. Make eye contact. Listen without waiting to respond. Ask deeper questions. How are you really? Or what's been on your heart lately? Don't just schedule time for people. Show up fully. Whether it's your partner, your parents, a friend, or even a stranger, every human connection has the power to ground you in the present moment. When you reconnect intentionally, life becomes richer, more textured, and you begin to realize it's not the big milestones, but the quiet, shared moments that define a life well lived. The trap of autopilot is subtle. It creeps in quietly, disguised as efficiency and normalcy. But behind that mask lies a life half lived. The moment you decide to stop drifting is the moment you start living. You don't need to quit your job, move across the world, or completely reinvent yourself. You just need to pause, notice, and choose. Start with one shift, one new habit, one intentional conversation, one present moment. Over time, those moments string together into something remarkable, a life you remember, a life you feel, a life that's truly yours. Because the goal isn't just to exist. The goal is to live, and to live awake. Autopilot is easy. It's safe, but it costs you your life. Waking up isn't about fixing everything overnight. It's about choosing one moment, one habit, one breath at a time. When you live with intention, even ordinary days feel extraordinary. The life you want isn't far, it begins when you truly arrive.